Hi, this is Ren Carlton. I really enjoy learning about successful people and how they became successful, but I'm often frustrated by the lack of details. Learning about major wins is great, but what about the details about the smaller wins that led to those successes? Today, I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to deep dive a small win that I had that led to a major success. Finding a lead investor is one of the hardest things you need to do when raising money for a startup. The less wealthy and connected you are, the harder it is. Now, it can be done. In this situation, my lead investor wrote the first check. This is before I had a deck, before I had minimum viable product, before I had product market fit, before I invested a dime. I barely even had an idea, but I did have an investor. I was sitting at the bar at a country club one Friday evening after a late round of golf. Two guys come in and sat next to me. They were both staring at my Calamari appetizer that I ordered. So I invited them to join me, and they started eating and just kind of chatting with me a little bit. And the two of them just proceeded to tell me about the inner workings of the country club. They were telling me who was relevant, who was not relevant. They were both members for a long time, and they knew everyone. Now, one of these guys came from family money, and I learned later they had a pretty serious gambling problem. The other guy was more of a grinder, and just life really took its toll on him. I mean, the body, the personality were just a wreck. But they were both fascinated by me and the fact that I was an entrepreneur. And I told them this recent story that I got bought out of a company that I had previously launched. And what happened was that the purchasers forgot to include a non-compete. So what that meant was that even though I just got bought out of a company, I could use the connections I had and the information I learned to create a competing business that would compete against these guys. Now, this small interaction with these two led to an extremely intense friendship that lasted about a year. And one became my lead investor for a project and brought almost all my outside investors. The other guy eventually invested as well. So again, no business plan, no company setup, nothing. So not a bad return on investment for a plate of calamari. So in the next video, I'm going to dissect this transaction, kind of talk about why it worked, because there's a lot more than just on the surface here of why this worked. So we'll talk about why it worked and why it could potentially work for you. As always, if you enjoy this content, I'd appreciate you smashing that like button and sharing this video with your network. As always, you can visit rencarlton.com to learn show notes and get some of the details about the things I talk about in these videos and learn about opportunities. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to talking to you again soon.